I don't know. Got to integrate camera controls in there too. That's what I got to do.
Hey, Mutz.
Nuts.
Cameras is something I was combining either earlier today or yesterday to the chessboard I was telling you about earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, because I was
is the
gonna.
raycast?
Well,
Sorry, but that raycast information, is it from the point of view of the player or the camera?
yeah, I think that's what we're going to learn about today. Um, because I didn't. That was actually the very it. So the first iteration did not work, and it was related to that raycast information. So I didn't quite understand it, and I wasn't haven't had time since I discovered that issue to kind of tackle the problem. So we're probably going to tackle that today.
Yeah, if you want to add me to a world, feel free.
Sure. Um,
Could be a guinea pig.
let's go ahead. I don't have anybody else on this one. Um, so I think most of you have been here. Star, I'm not sure if you were here last week or not. It seems like you were here at least once. Okay. So you're kind of familiar with like the format. It's not so much me teaching as it's really supposed to be us collaborating together, of course. So feel free to fire up your own instance, play with it, play with it yourself, or just hang out and watch. But you know, you're welcome to get involved and participate. Let's see. Moats, I don't know if you're talking or not. I hadn't even heard anything from you. You're just being quiet on purpose.
Who are you talking to?
Who are you talking to? You just took yourself
Yeah,
off
who are you?
mute and just asked.
Are you talking to me?
Did you
Yeah.
say Mutt?
I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. Hi.
I thought there might be an echo coming from me, so I muted myself.
Oh, I don't hear anything at the moment.
Sweet.
Well, nothing too bad anyway. Maybe a little bit, but it's okay. Um, so I do think I was talking with John just before we started that we left off with focused interaction last week. We were actually looking at tutorials, if I remember right, in one of the tutorial worlds, and we were playing with their examples. And then I think we
Yeah.
decided to continue it this week as a way to kind of take some of those examples and put them into practice. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm just noticing in the chat that there's someone asked a question at 11 a.m. this morning. Just now
Oh.
noticing that. Above.
Oh yeah. Huh.
Hmm. Is there anywhere on here that teaches desktop editor from the beginning? Yeah, yeah. Um, Meta did put together a kind of an article and a video. Andy, Andy Sargent, if you know him, he's a fun guy. He put the video together, but it takes people through like the basics of the desktop editor, and then it takes you through like creating a graveyard scene inside of the desktop editor. And then in the forums, as a mentor, I took that a step further and created a challenge where users would basically create their own graveyard world and then submit it as a part of the challenge. And then so there's some more documentation and possibly even a video that goes along with that as well. So I take the thing just a step further. It's on the Learn site. Let me grab. Not even sure where to find a link. I know it's on the Learn website, but let me see if it's under. Could be under getting started with the desktop editor. Could also be under just getting started. Create your first world tutorial under getting started in the Learn site. Yep, this is the article that I was thinking about. So it kind of answers some of the basic desktop editor questions. How to navigate, what the controls do, yada yada. I'm working on one of my own, but it's not quite out yet. It's not ready. You're welcome. Alright, so focused interactions. What is it? What does it do? Let's actually. I wonder if I still have scripts. I don't think I do. Yeah, I think I probably deleted them all. I may have even deleted that world. But if we go back, I want to look and see if I kept. I bet I didn't. The tutorial world that we were working in.
Blue, are you sharing your screen?
So I was on YouTube. I realize I'm not on Discord, so thanks for calling it out. Let me go ahead and do that here on Discord for us. I think I was just talking to YouTube. Smoother video, let's do that. There we go. I think this is the world that has what we were looking for here. I think, yeah, we have to go all the way to the very back of this one. Okay. All right, so there was the tap to interact. The dragging, there was dragging. There was flicking, focused interaction, flicking. Not too much. And the interaction plane ray casting. What was this one? I need a refresher on this last one.
It sounds like it lets you use a 2D raycast.
I like that. This is actually, I could use this for my own application. Like if I was building a board game, for example, I needed to move pieces across the screen. So that's neat. Eat it, but get out. Yeah. The flicking, I remember that one. That one. The one that interests me the most out of these is this one here. I don't know about you guys. But yeah.
Is it moving that? Is that moving that sphere around in a plane? It doesn't move forward or backward.
Yeah, I think it does. Just a plane. what's interesting is like if I back out, it resets, but you can tell like it was literally just up there in space, right? But yeah, it didn't. Oh, like, yeah, okay, so you can even see on the floor. So there's a little bit of distance, but you don't really see that up here. You really only kind of see that down there on the floor, but it gets about what 2 meters in front of you, 2.5 meters in front of you, and then it starts climbing this wall. Then the wall appears to be like just like maybe 2 meters in front of you. So that's interesting. I don't know why it won't drag right here. Like I can, well, I'm losing control. It stops reading right here for some reason. I don't know what that's
Is that
about.
above the plane that was there? If you back out of it, is there a plane that goes just above the writing?
There's a raycast there that has a distance set too. Oh yeah, in that plane.
Yeah, it looks like it was, wasn't it? Oh, so there is like this wall here.
Is that just for the raycast to collide with?
Yeah, I guess. And I mean, that would work fine, at least for my applications, because I've got a board. Like I would be looking down at a chessboard. Burn buttons. Put this on a trigger, and when you enter, you can drag the player around. Remember to set it to local execution and on the spawn point. Why don't you? I invited you to that world, John. Why don't you set up what you're talking about in that world, and let's play with it instead of me trying
Sure.
to understand it.
Sure, let me do that. One sec here. Go back. Okay, got it. Let's see if it shows up here. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I see Burn Bun's feet.
Hello. Okay, let's see. Do we have all the APIs turned on in here? We have?
We should, because
Yeah.
we were
Oh yeah.
testing it last week.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna call this something different here. Player mover.
Let's look at some of those scripts actually. Player mover, is
And
that one's yours, ain't it?
yeah, that's nothing in it yet, but I'm gonna paste it in
Okay.
there. Oops, undo that.
Okay.
Let's see here.
I think my scripts were named strangely because I copied them and didn't rename them, but yeah, this one's the on trigger enter, send an event to player called change camera. Maybe we didn't even use this script for anything here in this world yet, because my player manager script on start, it just puts you into entered focus mode on start, and then it just gave a console log for the start, end, and move. But now now that I joined that world, I've got the folder that contains the scripts here. Not that kind of list. Not that kind of list. Not that kind of list. Alright. Oh, I didn't even look at the name of that script on the one that I was concerned with. But also, I have such a habit of overcomplicating. It was this one here. I have a habit of overcomplicating their scripts when I just want the basics. I'm gonna look over this real quick. So this is the example script that they gave in that world we were just in from the tutorial. So text, object to move, raycast, player variable, raycast variable, object start position. When world starts, set active player to the server player. Camera position and rotation. Position is set.
Do you have custom player movement on?
It's player's position plus this vector. Probably off, because I didn't turn that on. It's not on by default. The player settings are under publish. It's under the publish, ain't it?
Oh. It looks like you have an on-world or on-player interaction
Wait, say what?
set up, right? Right now, something's running a script that's got me trapped in an on-player inner world interaction mode.
You can exit interaction mode.
True enough. I do that.
Are you able to get out?
Yeah.
Are you able to free yourself from your paralysis?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like, I guess we don't have player movement on. Let me check the console.
There is apply batch set or custom player movement is not enabled for this world.
Yeah.
Enable this in world settings. I was literally just looking for that. So it's not under the publish world menu anymore. And I was looking under the player settings. Oh, I found it. I just overlooked it last time. It's on now.
Cool. Let's try this out here. Exit that.
Alright, so it's players, or it's...
There it goes. Okay. Oops. Okay. Whoa.
What is this?
Hang
It
on.
must be running on a trigger or something. Anyway, it's...
Oh, I forgot. I need to turn the gravity down to 0, so I'm gonna, or almost 0. So I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Wrong keyboard. Oops. Too many keyboards.
I hate that problem.
Yeah.
It never goes away for me. Like
There we go. Now I'm flying.
you're flying. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, so I can drag myself around, different directions.
With focused interaction?
Yeah, I'm just dragging myself around. But the only thing is, I can't turn, so I'm just like hovering here. And I can't walk or anything. Can't go forward. So I'm just...
Wait, wow, I'm not flying.
Look. Yeah, there you go.
Wait. But I'm not in
Wait,
focused interaction
what?
mode.
What's going on?
I'm just
with that?
floating up. I jumped, and I'm just floating up.
Oh, that's because you have 0 gravity.
So, but it didn't put me into focused interaction mode when I hit the trigger.
Interesting. Maybe because I was using it or something. Could be
is it just
ownership.
set up for one person?
Must be, yeah. Yeah, there's no list or anything.
Okay.
Come to think of it, I would set it up one for each player then or something, I'm not sure.
I want to try it now. Try it for the viewer.
Rather than even a list, I think I would, yeah.
Whoa,
So,
what's going on?
yeah, pull up. What am I doing? down there? What the heck?
I don't know what you're doing down there.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa.
So you should be able to go side to side. I don't understand.
Can't turn.
No, you can't turn, but you should be able to at least strafe.
Like you should
side
be
to
able to
side.
turn though, because you can use root rotation to rotate the player.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, there could. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, in
Uh,
the same way that you're moving them up and down, just apply root rotation for the X movement, right?
yeah, yeah, exactly. And then all you need is a forward button, like a button that
Oh yeah, a button.
gives them gas or something.
Yeah, acceleration.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we call it these days.
Right. The accelerator.
Accelerator.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Pedal to the metal, man. Well,
So much fun. It's too much fun. Um,
yeah, there's a lot of things that we could do with this. I'm not even sure.
well, I mean, I like, uh, I like your experimenting already, and like you're already a step ahead of me as far as like controlling a thing with it. Like, how did you get there so quickly? Is it the script you pasted in chat?
Yeah. Yeah. I had help from Copilot.
Did you?
Yeah. All the time. I put the context in. I put the API and tell it to look at the API and stuff.
Well, I did a session today. I did a workshop today, and
Yeah.
that was Copilot was the subject,
Oh yeah.
and
Cool.
so it I went through like the ask mode first, and then I went through the agent mode. And so like ask mode, it did okay, a couple of errors, but we were able to use AI to fix those errors. Pretty cool. But
Yeah.
then I turn around and I use the agent, and I'm like, okay, watch this. I tell the agent to do the exact same thing that we just did, and this time it does it from start to finish, no errors, nothing. There was nothing to correct. We gave
Nice.
it a couple of extra resources that it could go out and look at as an example, and it did perfectly. And then we threw some things at it that we hadn't done, like add a leaderboard, add. There was something else we asked it to add. I forget now, and it just did right, and it actually
Yeah.
did it first try, no errors. Put in the syntax exactly like it should be. It was crazy. Um, I was wanting to look at your mover script here. So you've on pre-start, player enters world, setting owner. So if owner is not server player, fire. Starting for owner, console log, connecting
Oh,
to
I
trigger
learned that from you.
enter. Huh?
I learned that from you.
Which one? Which one's that?
Checking the owner if it's a server player on start.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah.
That's what I'm stuck on today, that server owner thing. I'm a little confused with it, but we
Yeah.
can hit it another time.
Server player is a player in your world that is basically null, um, and it's always there, and you you can get it by this dot world dot get server player, and so that returns a player type variable, player type data, but it's just a null player. And so everything is owned by this null player by default. If it's owned by the server, it's owned by this null player. But then you can like transfer ownership to other players, of course. And then that's what this is. It's like we're checking the ownership of this entity. If it does not equal server player, well, we know it's owned by a player, and so now we're going to treat it like it's it's the real deal. It's ready to go. It's got a player. And, we need to do some things with it, like put that player into focused interaction mode when they enter the trigger. And then you got, when they enter the trigger, they enter focus interaction mode and then set up swipe interaction. And so this is going to be the neat part, right? So this connects to local broadcast event, the moved. Okay, so you didn't care about the start and didn't care about the finish. You were just like, give me the move, that's all I want. And so the move comes with this interaction data. This interaction data here. Which the interaction data has some stuff stuffed inside of it. And I was trying to figure out where it was hiding at, where I could read that data just by hovering over something, but nothing's giving it to me. But interaction index, I never see this change from 1. I'm not actually sure how that's used, to be honest with you. I know we read the definition about it last week, but
I don't know what that is.
it always came across as zeros. So yeah, I'm not sure what the purpose was. But there was also the screen X and Y, and then there was, and I don't see us using it here, but there was also the okay. But yeah, there was also the raycast data as well that we were getting back
Right.
as well. But and so yeah, now I was just unlocking what your script was doing in my head at the same time I was trying to speak out loud, and so we almost blue screened there. We brought it back. X and Y, you're using these to swap X and Y. Here we go. Horizontal movement and vertical movement, which you attempt to apply horizontal movement, but it really only does vertical, doesn't it?
Look at that. That's a problem. Well, no, I'm able to go right and left, up and down.
Are you? I
Uh,
wasn't.
yeah. Yeah, I don't understand why you wouldn't be able to.
Where are you at? Are you doing it right now?
Oh, here, yeah, let me hop in there. Duke. Exit this one and walk into this one. Oh, it didn't fire.
Yeah, we may have to reset the world. I may have control of it or something still. I don't know.
Yeah.
Go ahead and join again. Yeah. Starting for owner burn
Yeah,
fund.
there it goes.
Yeah.
Oops. Oh. But yeah, I can go right and left, and down. What happens if I pass through the trigger again? I guess nothing. But yeah, I can move all the way to one side and the other. So, boop. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I definitely didn't have that ability, but that's cool. And so, if we could look back at your script again, because I'm still trying to understand. So, we have this swipe X and swipe Y that we were getting from the broadcast event, and were literally just parameters. But we actually took X and Y and subtracted center X and center Y, which was just like 0.5. So we subtracting 0.5 from whatever this so 0.5 is considered center of the screen. I guess it's just like 50%, right? Just halfway point from the X and the Y is center of the screen. I think, yeah, because your top corner is like 0, and then your
Yep.
bottom corner is 1, so everything in between is a decimal. So 0.5 would be the center. That makes sense now. a speed multiplier. Okay. Now we
Yeah,
use
wasn't fast enough.
we use swap X and swap Y. Okay, okay, you were just speeding up. I see what you're doing. And
Yeah.
so now we have new variables, and so getting a new position by getting the old position and adding a new vector with the X and the Y numbers, ignoring the Z
Yeah.
because it's only 2D movement here, and then setting player. And so, yeah, so this happens every time the broadcast occurs for a move event. So you're setting player like as rapidly as these move events come in. Okay.
What if tap is a forward boost and then tap and hold is the side to side up and down movement? That could work.
Tap is a forward boost, you said.
Yeah, like if you could have a little timer that however long the hold is, like if it's just a short tap, could just apply a forward velocity of some kind. Because we're putting in 0 right now for the forward movement.
Well,
And
I mean, let's back
yeah.
up a second because
Mhm.
your sideways movement is just moving the position of your avatar to the side.
Right.
When what we actually want this to do is affect the root rotation for horizontal
Yes.
movement. So new
Yeah.
so what if we rewrote what if we made some changes to your script real quick? And
Mhm.
we said instead of horizontal movement on the new position variable, we set that to 0. So only vertical movement. But then vertical movement should really be forward movement. So then how do you get
How are you gonna go up and down?
That's what I was just thinking. Yeah.
Well, no, that's what I was saying is that what you do is you just separate it so that if it's just a tap, that's a forward push. But if you tap and hold and swipe, it's a rotation or up and down.
I'm just wondering how do we reliably tell the difference between the two actions?
Well, it's just time. So like you know how you have the start and stop, and then
I was
the
hoping you
move.
had something a little more elegant than just tie.
Oh, well, like yeah, if there's a start and stop within
There is,
like point
yeah.
one point 1 seconds,
Oh,
if you get both the start and a stop, if like it registers a start and stop within point 1 seconds or something short, then it'll give a forward boost. But if it gets a start time and then it goes past that uh, limit, then it'll switch to your horizontal up and down movement. But yeah, you could turn the horizontal to a turn and just keep the up and down swiping for up and down, and then tap to go forward. I mean, I guess I could try it.
yeah, go ahead.
I'm just gonna talk to Copilot for a minute though. That'll be boring.
Okay.
Yeah, I could take like 30 minutes or something. I'm not sure.
I wonder.
But I don't have your rotation method. What?
Well, I was just thinking about that rotation piece now, right?
Yeah.
Write a new variable for the new rotation. Okay. Does it like that? As far as like adding,
Like 3. Yeah, it's gonna need to be a
because this
quaternion.
this returns a quaternion. But I
Yeah,
wonder if, even though it returns a quaternion, I can set it to Euler.
sure.
Then I can add.
That's a nice trick, man.
Okay.
Wait, so yeah, let's try that out, man. Huh.
And then, so that
Oh,
means
wait, your
I need to.
horizontal movement. Oh, yeah, right. Turning on the Y. Okay.
And so now, instead of setting
Wait
position,
though, because we're building a new rotation, so we gotta set the rotation player there. Yeah.
yeah, so, yeah, I think that's what I'm getting
Does
to.
that work? Oh my God, that's cool.
I was watching you guys on YouTube. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, no.
Hey,
Oh,
can he hear me?
Yeah.
hello? Can you hear us?
Rather than using tap to determine up or down, just make the very far right or the very far left a vertical movement, like a scroll bar.
Okay. Sure.
Oh, I've got
Oh
feedback.
yeah. Yeah. Divide the areas. Right. So
gosh.
we divide the screen areas. That's a great idea. Thanks, Noel.
Can we move
Well, let's
this?
see if we can rotate here.
Can't go back to a quaternion with this Euler, can I? I can
Oh
do.
no,
I
there's
can
no
create.
two.
I think what I can do is a new .hz quaternion. Um,
You're gonna have to put the X, Y, and Z in from the Vec3 there. It
from.
probably.
Wait, what's the difference between from Euler and from Vec3?
Yeah. Well, uh, sure. Brumular. Okay. Yeah, it's take out the dot maybe, or wait, what?
It's because of the YouTube channel, no. Yeah. You got it.
No. Yeah, I would do from Vec3 because it is a Vec3, but it's just gonna tack on the W of 0, right? Oh, look, you got it. What?
Yeah, it just didn't like the new. It was all. I mean, so I just saved that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's see what kind of behavior that produces.
Right. You'll be our guinea pig.
Oh,
Jump
wrong,
into the
wrong.
mysterious. Jump into the mystery box.
Oh. Uh, oh, it looks like the same script. Oh no, it is rotating, sir.
We just need to multiply
Wait,
it more, or
wait.
you are moving. You're
Yeah,
rotating. Look at that.
I'm rotating, bro. Yeah, let's put in a multiplier for it.
Okay.
That's rad. Yeah, let me hop out of there. We're gonna have to.
Oh God. There we go. Console was
So,
still running after the world stopped.
so forward and backward movement could be a swipe on the 0.9 to 1, and yeah, I don't know how you're gonna rework that without. I would need the help of AI on that actually, to be honest.
Well, so so you like your vertical multiplier, right?
Yeah.
You just need more horizontal multiplier, right?
Oh, yeah, let's do that first, right? Yeah, I'm just jumping ahead trying to
Oh,
think of how we're gonna.
what were you thinking about?
Well, we're gonna divide the screen space so that and one area of it, like the right hand, like
Yeah.
a column on the right hand side, is forward and backward movement.
So so remember so remember the grid,
Hmm.
and we might need a picture of it so like we can all see it visually. And I don't know. I'm gonna look real quick, but I don't know if one exists on the meta site. But we're talking about focused interactions, so that's under scripting.
We're doing the right hand side, so the top left corner is 0. So
Well,
we
if-
would say, you know, if it's between 0.9 and 1 on the X, then that's a push forward, backward, you know,
point
depending on if it's
nine.
an
I mean, like,
upper.
yeah, if you're going all the way to the edge, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like a scroll bar deal, right? Like you said. So, I mean, yeah, that seems fair. So, what do we say? So, we obviously check screen position and we check X. And if X is greater than 0.9, do this action. Otherwise, do this other action, right?
Dude, if you can do this without AI, I really would. It's awesome. I'll work through it with you.
Yeah, so that's what we're saying.
Yeah.
So I think that's what we're saying. Like I was asking for
Yeah.
confirmation, and then you're like, "Yeah, let's go." I'm like, "Well, wait a minute."
Oh,
Okay.
that's exactly right. Yeah. So I mean, if it's greater than, if the screen position X is greater than 0.9, then we're gonna do a push forward and backward on the player. So we'll do a new position, player position get vertical movement, just like we did in the other one. But instead of putting vertical movement on Y, we'll put it on Z. And that'll push them forward and backward as long as that screen position X is greater than 0.90, yeah. I can imagine all the programmers watching. They're like, "What are you guys doing?" But I really appreciate the
I think we're
that.
good. I don't think we're upsetting any seniors too bad.
No, it's great. I like this idea this is the best thing, Null. Thank you so much.
All right. So yeah. Okay. So now we need to just break this logic up, and so normal behavior. Wait a second. Now my brain needs like.
Yeah, if it's greater than 0.9, then we're gonna do the new position, player position get, add, and we're gonna put the vertical movement in the Z rather than the E. So just copy that line.
Well, okay. So I think what we're going to have to do is put const new position. Wait, well, it can't be a const now. Let's just do a let new position equal, and for now it can just be hz vec3 dot 0.
If we'll get
No.
there, what
Yeah. Wait, what's the problem?
you gotta do down below, new position's already defined as a const.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
And so now
okay.
we can set new
You-
position, and you said put it on the x.
The
Wait,
Z.
on
The
the
Z.
z. But
Right.
it was the
'Cause-
vertical movement and not the horizontal, right?
Well, yeah, so don't confuse it because the horizontal or the vertical movement, yeah, we're talking about the vertical movement of the swipe. Okay, so the vertical movement of the swipe is what we want to put in the Z. If it's greater than 0.9 there, yeah, that next line. So you put vertical movement in the Z there. And that'll get us moving forward and backward if we swipe up or down on the right hand side. And then this one is just that chunk at the bottom. Same thing. Yeah. Yeah. And then put the rotation in there, the horizontal movement.
So the horizontal movement, what do you want to do with it?
Just put that line in the else of the other of the if. So
You
put
don't,
that whole line.
because you don't want it to happen when we're doing this, when we're interacting with scroll.
Now, if the screen position is greater than 0.9, then we're going to just do vertical movement in the Z so that we push the player forward or backward. And then else, we're going to do the new position player with the vertical movement in the Y. Oh, you got, wait. Yeah. Yep, so that'll bring them up and down. You know, if they touch somewhere else on the screen, that'll move them up and down. And then we just need our rotation in there. But of course, we kind of wanted a rotation multiplier.
I've stuck playing.
Oh, you did? Cool, cool.
Is 3x good enough?
Probably. I don't even. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I think that's about it. Isn't that about it?
Yeah, let's run it. Let's see what it does.
It looked like it.
Do it live.
Nope, we got. Okay, no, I'm on it. Okay, so I can move up and down. And on this side, let's see if I do this 0.9. Yeah, forward and backward. So here's forward and backward, dude, on the side.
Nice.
And then I can and let me rotate. It takes a little bit to rotate.
So we need a power multiplier, but you're still rotating faster.
Yeah. It does some weird things. It seems to maybe snap back to the original rotation. It does. Here, I'll let you try it. That's fun. What am I doing? Still running? Don't look at me. Don't look at me. There, yeah. Yeah, hold up. Yeah, you can actually swipe and hold up and it'll move around. Yeah, this is the first flying. I mean, we're starting to get, you're moving around quite a bit though, horizontally and stuff. Didn't you? Just, yeah.
I don't know
Here,
how
and see how,
I don't know how I'm not sliding. So we're not sliding horizontally anymore, are we? We took that
No.
out entirely. Okay. And then if
I'm
I'm
turning,
over
but
here, I should be able. There we go.
yeah, that works pretty good actually. I mean, that part,
I wonder.
that side thing works
You know
great.
what we should do instead? Instead of just setting the player's position physically, why don't we give them velocity in those directions instead?
Sure. Yeah.
And so like you can, so basically it's like it feels like floating, and it's I think it'll feel smoother.
Yeah.
Although
Let's try it out.
that sounds more complicated, but I think we can do it.
Weird, my console died for a moment. Probably all this spam, dude. Yeah, we might turn some of that off.
it can become a problem.
Yeah.
We're actually not debugging anything. Everything seems to be working for the most part. Anyway, so I'm going to pull some of these logs out.
Noel, were you gonna say something there?
Yeah, I was just thinking, but it's extra. You could always make the gravity kind of low and then just use the taps to float, kind of like Flappy Bird.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think with the length of the tap, the fact that we can like measure that and stuff, there's like this has a lot of possibility. It's unbelievable.
Oh yeah, between the start and the end.
Yeah, like there's a lot we can do here. 2D.
Oh,
Cross.
have you guys ever? It's similar to Flappy Bird, but like Joust, where you hit the button, flap, and it goes up.
Mhm. I haven't made buttons yet. I'm not sure how to do that.
Man, that is pretty. It is pretty fun. Now that I think about like the application, and so again, I just want to understand like how simple what we have going on here. Center of the screen minus the touch position. Like I think I'm trying to visualize that. So I think I'm just thinking
Why
out
that's
loud
even
here.
necessary?
Huh?
Well, I think it was just to get a negative value or thing. I forget. This started a little bit differently, where you would touch at the bottom portion, and it would just you just tap, and it would move the player down because it's negative. Because I put it at 0.5 as the middle. That way, I could get like a negative number from something below the center, positive number for something above it.
Oh, is that how it was supposed to work?
I don't like it.
Wait, let me try this again.
I think it's more of a tap, right? Like you just
Well, I
tap
like
up above.
intuitively. That's not how I was interacting with it. Like intuitively.
Yeah.
And so let me try this again. You're saying if I just click above my head, I go up.
Should.
Holy shit! Look at that, Superman.
Yeah. Might want to let
And
go.
then-
You're probably pretty far up. There you go. Oh, you went right through the floor, of course. But
Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Am I rotating or am I moving? I'm having a hard time telling. I'm rotating.
yeah, but you don't stay rotated. Do you see how your avatar snaps back to its
Wait, why am
original
I moving
rotation?
now?
Right. I'm trying to figure that out. Like what's going on there?
Okay, so yeah, that was confusing because like I was thinking, no matter where I clicked, I would move in the direction I swiped.
You shouldn't
But
move horizontally at all. You should just rotate
well,
where you are, right?
I'm not even talking about the horizontal thing. I was just talking, but yeah, you're right. Like I don't know how I got way out here, right? I don't see, and I should have the ability to get back to you. And for some reason,
Right. Swipe up on the right. Or
well,
actually,
I'm just does my avatar not okay?
yeah, your avatar is not.
Now, like, why am I facing? I don't know. This behavior is bizarre.
It's buggy.
I haven't been looking at the code, but is it just rotating to those world coordinates of where you're swiping to? And then when you let go, it just goes back to the normal?
Maybe.
No, it's actually moving the player around, but you know,
Well, I think what he's saying.
Once the swipe is released, it does the last calculation.
So, we're moving the player based on we're taking their current. So it's a move by instead of a move to, because we're getting their current position and we're adding this number that we're getting based off of the 2D position, like the 2D touch position. And actually, it's a difference from the center of that 2D touch position that we're using to
right?
move. Okay, now it makes a little more sense as to what we're doing and why the center matters, because it's a difference from the center. We're using that difference, multiplying it, and then taking that value as a number to add to our current position.
If you wanted to, you could you could use the swipe start and end positions and get a 2D vector off of that and use that as something.
Yeah.
There's a couple
Well,
ways
and so,
to
and that,
approach it.
I mean, that goes back to your original idea before we split the screen up, because you can use this method for your start, and so, but then like for your moves are swiping for all intents and purposes. Like if you get a move, it's because it detected your finger moved on the screen, right? And then so then you use those. So yeah, use your start for one thing, and then use your moves for something else, and split it up that way. But I like this. I like this code. I mean, and this helps. You said AI helped you write this piece.
Just the idea of making the center and then making it so
Yeah.
I could tap anywhere on the screen, and then the avatar would move sort of relative to where I tapped.
Yeah, I actually understand. Like, so you understand why the center matters now?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it takes the difference from the center, like between the center and that position that you touched, and it's using that difference value
That was
along with
my
a
idea.
multiplier. Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
told
that was
AI about that.
that you did.
Yep. Well, because I knew that I would get a negative number if I made if I made a center
Okay,
point. Yeah, I needed those positive and negative numbers.
very cool. I like this. This is good start to like interacting with your screen basically, or translating
Yeah.
touches to your screen. I like this. We are kind of at hour though. I feel like we didn't accomplish much. We did. Like we saw burn buns fly around the screen just by using touch. So that's actually pretty cool. I'm sure that I believe there's a lot more to potentially explore here. I'll leave it up to the people currently engaged. There's a few in chat, and or maybe just one left in chat, and then there's a few of you guys here in Discord with me. Do we want to continue playing with focused interaction for a third week? Do we think there's enough here to keep playing around with it, or do we want to move on to something new? Out
Yeah, I
loud,
like it.
in chat, whatever you guys prefer. Let me know. Let me hear your opinions.
I like focused interaction. I think it'd be good to work with UI and do something a little different than like the flying is pretty cool and it's kind of a built-in UI, but maybe addressing something like a more practical use case. I know flying is actually practical, but I'm just saying like maybe address it a little bit
No,
where we apply.
you don't have to apologize for your suggestion. Like it's all valid. Whatever you got to say. But no, I hear you.
Agree, and I definitely wanted to ask others, can others think of potential use cases that we might explore that are
Yeah,
different?
that's a good point. Like, does anyone have features that they want to dig into next week?
I'm building a swipe interface so that you can kind of scroll through and look at different things, which is pretty basic, but it's kind of fun.
Well, that's focused interaction, isn't it?
Yeah, it is focused interaction, and then also I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of things that are nice about it.
I mean,
UI or
definitely. Um, just a quick brainstorm. Focused interaction and UI. Obviously they can work together, right? What's the connection between the focused UI touch, because we get that start and end when it happens, and the UI button, the pressable, like getting a click registered. Does anyone know?
I think there, I mean, I kind of for mine, I set up the pressable as a way to test everything, and then I'm gonna set up the focus interaction a little later. In theory, I know how to do it, but yeah, I don't know. It seems like the focus interaction is more reactive and has a little bit better controls.
Well, I just mean, how does the pressable on click event get fired through focused interaction?
Oh, I'm not. I just have them two separate things that are calling the same method.
Okay.
So the focus interaction will advance through to the next selection, and the same with the pressable, but one's in the button form on the custom interface, and then the other one's just when I'm in focus interaction mode. I can kind of show you if you're interested. I'd have to find the thing. I'm refactoring everything.
Yeah. Okay. And then Star in chat and Discord chat says, I want to learn more about the bots. I'm assuming, I believe you're referring to Avatar NPCs. Avatar NPCs, I think that's a good one because there's actually not a lot to learn about them right now, I don't think. It's probably something we can definitely cover in 2 sessions, if not 1. Simply because at the moment there's just limited interaction that we have with them. But we can definitely, probably within an hour, like get one moving and walking around an environment and with mesh navigation, I believe. So I'm okay with NPC. I'm confident in everything I just said, although I haven't done it a whole lot. I still think we can achieve it though, just based on what I know. But since I haven't done it, it is nice to at least get the opportunity to do it at least once, since I don't really have a project that requires it otherwise. So I wouldn't have the opportunity to even play around with it without Build with BluNET on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. Anyway, okay.
I just had a game idea.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Well, what if you were controlling minions, right? So like you tap on the minion that you want to go fetch something. And then after you tap on them, you tap on the thing you want them to get. And then they'll go run over and get it and put it wherever it belongs. I don't know. Anyway. For next week.
I still, honestly, I want to move on from this.
Sure.
But
whatever you feel, man.
I think there's more to explore here for sure. There's more things to learn. But I believe we might have unlocked enough that, like, if it's your thing, you can probably take it from here.
Good night, Starlight.
Good night. Thanks for coming. Okay. What does everyone else think about NPCs next week?
Sure, I love those things.
Like RuneScape. Use get some A-star navigation going. NPCs next
Yeah.
week. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I think we
Sure.
could probably knock it out. So let's plan on it. NPCs next Tuesday night. We're going to explore NPCs inside and out, baby. Hint or
Sounds good.
spoiler alert. There's nothing inside of them. It's hollow.
There's no air in VR. Gotta remember.
No air. Yeah, for sure. All right, cool. You guys can hang out here in the Discord if you want. I'm going to take just a moment and shut the YouTube stream down. So, for YouTube land, thanks for coming. If you're still hanging out, we'll be here again next week. You guys take care.